Down on the rails there is Mr. My Greek Boy travelling in fourth placing. In the middle is Jing Tang, and around the outside of it before the home corner is Early Sun. Mr. African is following it. Vitalism strung up, nowhere to go at the moment, and back in the centre too as well, looking for runs. Presenter Tie, Wicked Hunter, Common Approach and High Tea. In the home straight though, a Naturalist had booted clear. Naturalist at the 200 metre mark, a length and a half. Shady Grey, Ratana Beach, Mr. African, followed by Presenter Tie. It's Naturalist though with 100 to go from Shady Grey, who's starting to peg it back now. Shady Grey went to Naturalist. It grabs the lead in the late stages, and Shady Grey has nailed Naturalist, ran him down in the final part. Mr. African out near the middle of the track, might have grabbed third placing from Ratana Beach and Jing Tang, and right behind them Presenter Tie as well as Wicked Hunter, Early Sun, Vitalism and High Tea, and My Greek Boy, and it pulled up very quickly and is the last of them in. Number 5, Shady Grey, ridden by Aaron Mitchell, has cut Naturalist down. Naturalist there burning away from them. It opened up, set up a big lead at the 300 metre mark, but Shady Grey, having its third run in this campaign and overdue for a change of luck, has cut it down in the absolute final couple of bounds to win, with Mr. African grabbing third from Jing Tang down near the rail. 5 the winner, Shady Grey. First victory for trainer Simon Miller. It's its third now in 12 runs. A vital equine gelding, and out of the Fimiston mare Queen of the Rings for Graham White and David Caruana, handled by apprentice Aaron Mitchell there. He had a lovely run all of the way. He got into the trail of Naturalist and then pulled out, really had to pull out all stops as well to run down the Great Southerner and get there. Shady Grey, number 5 at 280 and 150. 3 Naturalist second by Fastnet Rock from Demoda. A gelding 5 years, prepared by Kevin Allen for himself and Leanne Howlett. Mrs. C. Campbell, Ernie McCreed, M. Creedon, and third is Mr. African by Mutuwajid from Swentra for Adam Ferry and Ms. E. Hiverinen, trained by Adam Ferry and ridden by Clint Johnston Porter. Fourth is number 8, Jing Tang, and the margins are a long neck by a length and a quarter. The time's 1:12.04 and the last 635.03. So those placings are right. It's 5, 3, 6. 5, 3, 6 and 8. The numbers after the running of the 6th event of the day. So with the favourites proving to be a little difficult to find during the day, we've seen one salute there in the second leg of the quaddie. Race 7's at 4:40 and no changes. 13 to start in the next on the card. Well, certainly overdue, Shady Grey. This had absolutely no luck when it resumed at its first start for Simon Miller behind Tommy Who, and then got held up for a run again last time out behind Cuanzo. So the rub of the green was certainly due to go its way, and it salutes this afternoon after trailing up there. Jumped away very quickly, was able to find a posse in behind Naturalist, and it towed it up to the corner, kicked away a little on it, but it was good enough to run Naturalist down in the late stages. Let's go to Mark Olmus. He's down there with Simon Miller, who was reasonably active up at the Gold Coast sales recently. Let's go down there and find out a little more about where Shady Grey might be heading.
Yes, really good question, actually. Let's start off with that. Where is Shady Grey heading? He's finally got this win out of the road after being desperately unlucky at his first 2 runs, his preparation. Where does he go now, Simon?
Yeah, good question. We'll just have a look and pick him off. He just, last 2 starts, he's been awfully unlucky, and he's actually barrier manners probably weren't the best. He jumped up instead of out. So we've got a man up on head and tail today, and I didn't envisage we'd be leading or outside the leader in a 4 position because he hasn't been jumping claiming, gee, he sprung quick. He was always going to win that race from where he was in running because he's a better horse than probably the rest of them. And just the way, if I could sit him a few pairs back and have a couple of bunnies in front like you've seen motor the last couple of times, I think that'll play to his strength. But if he were to race in that capacity, then you may look at blinkers, but that I won't even do that at the moment. But just if we can come back a couple of pairs, you'll see him much more effective.
I'd like to get to know your thoughts, especially around the 300 metre mark. When Aaron went for him around the turn and the 1-3 wide came up outside him, it looked like he might have just been struggling there and hit a flat spot, but Aaron didn't stop on him.
No, and To be fair to the horse, he does. I've noticed he's 3 runs for me now. When you get into him, it probably takes about 100 metres for him to actually start to crank through his gears, and then he does. So when he straightened for him, went for him on straightening, then he started to go through his gears. Whereas these past 2 runs, he's been building momentum from a while out because we had to make that run because we're a fair way off him. So he was always going to pick up late, and it was really good. Another win for the kid. I think he's got 18 till he outrides his claim, so it's really good.
Not many to go, but tell me about this horse. What heights do you think he can reach?
I think in 12 months' time, he could end up being like a northern sprint type of horse. Like he's pretty effective, and I think probably Ascot, just the way it plays, doesn't allow him to fully go through his gears on a fluent motion. So, like a Belmont or Northern or Bunbury or Pinge. But, I think he's had 3 wins here, so he's been good.
Simon, congratulations. A really nice winner, and great to see this horse break through.
Thanks, Marcus. Happy birthday, Cobb.
Of course, Cobb. Speaking of Darren McCauley, there is Simon Miller. We'll have a quick chat with the winning rider, Aaron Mitchell. Aaron, a really nice performance there. Did you expect to lob outside of the leader there?
Not really. He's had troubles previous of getting out the gates, and we had a man up and one on his tail, and he really sprung today and put himself there. And a little bit worried I was a little bit too close, but once I had him travelling, and just sort of took a while to hit his straps, but he ran right through the line, which was good.
Simon said he was simply the superior horse. Is that what you felt in the run, especially around the turn when you had to ask? Yeah,
he sort of thought I was in a little bit of trouble coming the corner, but once he got within 100 metres of post, he started to really pick that horse up.
And Aaron, how many wins is it until you outride your claim? Is it 18?
18 now, yep.
Not long, mate. Well done. You're going great guns.
We'll keep punching home.
Well done, Aaron Mitchell.
Cheers, mate.
Winning rider, Aaron Mitchell, a fantastic effort.